No, this is, I'm telling you, this is for, how old are you?
I'm 46.
Yeah, this is literally, the TikTok algorithm, I think at some point identified you as a 46-year-old man.
But you can tell that because it's a dog that wants to
It's, yeah, a mix of horny and dog. Are you a fan of dogs? Oh yeah, dogs are great. I love dogs. Cool. You a fan of tits? Yeah, I love titties. Yeah, titties are awesome. Cool. Yeah, they got you. I mean, sorry, the algorithm knows. He's reached critical mass. This Hasanabi. This is the point when grandmas start calling you. You know, when you start getting calls from your grandma. And grandma's like, hey, I was watching the television and I saw some person who said that they were a Twitch streamer. Did they have anything to do with you? Some handsome boy. He was on the television and he was talking about streaming. She said, do you know that Hank? I think it's a Hank Pecker. Yeah, he's a good guy, that Hank. Seems like a nice boy. You should be friends with him.
It's common knowledge that the podcast world is full of MAGA right-wingers, but the left has some big players too.
MAGA right-wingers. I just reminded myself that unfortunately, and this has nothing to do with the presence of one Hasanabi, but we're going to have to gayify the stream a little bit because I do get particularly copyright struck by Daily Show, which is unfair. I'm transforming this stuff. Look at me, transforming it. Transformative I am. This is not the original purpose of this content. It can't be. There's things happening. I got the... look at that. That's pretty transformative. Weren't expecting that to happen, were you? Yeah, this is not the original intent of the copyright owner. Not in any way, shape, or form. And it's gone. But I should still probably gayify. Unleashing the pride. Bam. Oh, we're gonna have to move this a little bit. All right, hold on. Hold your pride, folks. Don't go full gay just yet. Even the straights, all right? I mean, you're allowed to gay out a little bit, but we've got to do this properly. All right, there. Or up there. For our ace fam. Hey, how's it going? I could probably resize that a bit. Blocking a little bit too much of... Yeah, that should be good. Put the ace fam over there. How about for my pansexuals? How y'all doing? Put the pansexuals in the corner over here. There you go. Get an extra pan. You're into men, women, and non-binary folk. Okay, the bisexuals, sometimes interchangeable with the pansexuals. Let's be honest, bisexuals, you're pansexuals in waiting. Or no, other way around. No, that's how it is. Yeah, most bisexuals, I'm pretty sure, are pansexuals. It's just a matter of time, really. Okay, so we've gayified a bit. All right, nice.
I spoke to one of their biggest.
I'm too old to be pan. Fair enough. I understand.
After 10 years of covering the Trump campaign, I thought nothing could shock me anymore. But somehow in 2024, young voters, and most especially young men, went hard for a 78-year-old who uses pancake makeup.
The bro vote, especially on college campuses, broke heavily for Trump.
Yes, Trump reached voters by engaging with right-wing influencers in what's called the Manosphere. It's a collection of online content and social media promoting bro culture, and it's a space that the left seems to ignore. But someone saw this as a mistake. Were you surprised that so many young people showed up and voted for Donald Trump?
No, not even a little bit.
This is Hasan Piker. He's a progressive who...
Hasan. H is silent now. Hasan Piker.
Who has intellectual sit-downs with Bernie and AOC and still manages to post thirst trap workout videos to his 2.8 million followers on the platform Twitch.
You don't understand. We all get a Sigma these days, all right? It's getting more and more difficult. You can't just have one discernible talent. You got to grind. You got to have that grind set, all right? If you're not grinding constantly, then you're gonna get replaced.
This combo has liberal media asking if he is the magical connection to young male voters. This is where you twitch from.
Yeah.
What is a twitch?
It's basically like YouTube. But
I actually love that. This is where you twitch from. So this is where you go to Twitch, is it?
You're live streaming.
It's a podcast for people who are like, I wish this podcast were longer.
Yeah.
Yet his lefty bona fides might have made him a target for Donald Trump's Homeland Security, which recently detained Piker at the airport. How do you see the left communicating with like young men in this time of the manosphere?
The left could I don't know, talk to dudes without vilifying them. There's a lot of anger, resentment, not having any hope for a future, never being able to retire, never being able to own a home. All of those things are very much at the core identity for the next generation.
But is there room for the Democrats to create a left-wing manosphere, to talk about the social safety net and...
Okay, so I've seen this kind of a segment done like, I don't know, 6 or 7 times now, which, by the way, don't get me wrong, it is awesome that right now we're seeing Hasan reach all these new heights of mainstream acceptability, because it is a good thing to have a whole bunch of potential libs suddenly realize, hey, there might be some shortcomings to the liberal world order that someone else could probably explain. Don't worry, this is not distracting, by the way. The poll is covering up the nipple. Actually, almost clearly not. No, maybe we can move it just... There you go. All right, now you can stop for 2 seconds. What about the other nipple? Okay, well, hold on. We can put that. There you go. Now you can't be distracted by what you're seeing on screen. But essentially the idea of how are the liberals going to make a left-wing manosphere alternative, people also need to identify, if they're doing segments on this, the manosphere is a grift. It is a team of people who have realized they can exploit the male loneliness epidemic for themselves and their own enrichment while making men more miserable, more lonely, and turning them into worse people along the process. That's what it is. So there can't be a left-wing alternative to that. Now, can there be left-wing alternatives to people who are looking for answers online? Absolutely. Is that going to come in the form of thirst traps, nipple distractions, whatever that may be? Is it going to come in the form of seeing, a segment like this and then being like, what's this guy all about? He's doing some of the things I was taught that I'm supposed to be wanting to do if I'm a man, which is work out, care about my physique, that kind of stuff, get swole. He seems to be on his way to the swole, if not swole extreme. So maybe I should do that kind of stuff. Sure, absolutely. But it's not the left's alternative to the manosphere. I just hope people realize that. And that's important.
Protein powder.
Absolutely. I think that there is a space for it, but I don't think the left fills that void at all at this moment. I try to do so, but even I sometimes get hit with this is body fascism.
Wait, now I have to worry about a new fascism? I'm just getting used to the old fascism. What does even the term body fascism mean?
I don't fully understand it. I think it's like a lot of leftists hate other leftists. Any sort of consideration about the aesthetics of how you look is actually another way to, I guess, reinforce an unjustifiable hierarchy.
To be fair, that's why I don't work out.
Oh, you're a body pacifist then. I think there's weird discourse online that I see all the time that could be counterproductive for leftism. I don't think body fascism is a thing. Is that a Hasan chat thing? Do his chat start yelling at him every single time he shows a nipple and like, this is body fascism? Hide it.
Yeah.
Because I'm anti-body fascism, so people are like, oh, are you lazy? I'm like, no,
body anarchism is the way to go. Hell yeah.
I'm a socialist with my body.
Yeah. No, respect.
Yeah.
And it's not young men just being drawn to the right. Some technology is giving them a push. A recent study created generic TikTok accounts for imaginary 16 to 18-year-old boys to see how the algorithm acted. And within 23 minutes, they were fed masculine, anti-feminist, extremist content.
Life for a man is harder than life for a woman.
The hotter a woman is, the more insecure she is about her looks.
Your body, my choice.
So I was excited to dip my toe into...
By the way, the manosphere, or the incels, the alt-right, the neo-reactionaries, the Nazis, the fascists, the far-right, all those motherfuckers, they have a built-in advantage for a lot of the shit they peddle, which is that they just try to take advantage of already existing hierarchies, all the shit you've already got in your brain. Like, you don't think about it. A lot of it is just subtly reinforced through, mainstream film, television, movies, propaganda, all that shit that you consume all the time. So they get into the playing field and they start saying things where you're just like, oh, lol, yeah, fucking the libs, I can't say that stuff, but it's pretty hilarious to hear, Nick Fuentes talk about your body, my choice, which again, for like a closeted homosexual virgin incel, it's an unusual advocate for his particular brand of horrifying fucking misogyny. But sure, you can't necessarily say that we're gonna have a perfect messenger and everything. He's still a monstrous Nazi, and so you might not realize you're watching a monstrous Nazi, but the algorithm might not know that this is a clip from a monstrous Nazi, and all of a sudden it's just gonna post a bunch of things that people are reacting to in a certain way. So for a certain demographic, for say young men aged 18 to 24, when we showed them these particularly Andrew Tate coded videos, they seem to respond in such a way where they all of a sudden are like, oh, I'm engaged. I'm going to watch more. I'm going to comment. I'm going to share. I'm going to create more interaction for you. And that's what the algorithm is looking for. So I'm now going to share more of this kind of content without thinking that you might have a social responsibility as a tech company in how your algorithm is operating. And maybe this is something that should be more regulated in how the algorithm itself prioritizes how it's used or how people use or interact with the material itself. Because ultimately, if you're going to be watching videos or content on a social media site, there's something to be said about how that social media site is going to cater your experience specifically
To this cesspool.
So I set up this account as a 16-year-old, pretending.
That's what the pedophile hunters do as well.
I'm not in that world. So walk me through some of the stuff we see here. So this is what my algorithm is essentially feeling me.
First up, some content from Charlie Kirk. Kirk is a right-wing influencer known for trolling liberals on college campuses.
You said male baristas aren't masculine. I think you and I can both agree that male baristas are not exactly usually high on the testosterone. They are distribution.
Wait, Paul.
What? When did this one start? This one's totally new to me. I didn't know that was something they were going after. So that one's like, I've heard them say that same kind of shit about, say, male nurses. Be like, oh yeah, no, male nurses aren't masculine. That's a feminine job. You're supposed to go in your sexy little nurse outfit and then make me feel good. And I'm like, I think you're thinking of porn? You're thinking of porn. That's not what nurses do. That's not the daily job of a nurse. And yeah, I know the idea of nursing being incredibly feminine has unfortunately led to a large percentage of people who seek out that employment being women. But that's wild because, yeah, men, y'all should become nurses for a variety of reasons. The world needs more nurses. Nurses help save lives. It's a very in-demand job. It's a very high-paying job. It's a job that gives you a lot of flexibility in terms of travel. Every single country is constantly looking for nurses, and it's quite easy if you have a certain kind of accreditation to be able to get accreditation elsewhere to be continuing to be a nurse, which is why countries like the Philippines have so many nurses, internationally in other countries. And yeah, oh no, it's not going to be sexy enough if you are someone who's not only saving lives, being paid tons of money, have the ability to travel, and also don't care about the social stigma of a position that would otherwise, deem you as being too feminine because you have so much confidence because of that fucking BDE. Like, yeah, all right, that's certainly going to be something that's going to really hurt your prospects across the board. Yeah, don't do that.
Pause for a second. But he's a podcaster.
He's a podcaster.
We are doing something very, very not like alpha dog. They mistake being confident for what it means to be masculine.
Okay, moving on.
Travant Davis, he's sick. Okay, I'm seeing your algorithm. May I gently bury my face in those milkers?
This dog, there's just so much going on here. Does this dog want to a woman? Is that what's happening here?
I don't know what's going on.
Who am I? And I don't know.
Who are you, Jordan?
This TikTok makes me very existential. I'm gonna like it. I'm gonna smash that hard.
What are these trucks? What is going on?
I like this one though. This is interesting. Me, cheat, the only thing I do behind your back is look at your ass. See, this is actually kind of sweet.
But it's like, why is it always trucks?
You get dogs that objectify women and also trucks that objectify women.
Yeah.
Are you a sea lion? Because I would like to see you lying in my bed, sweetie. These dogs.
No, I'm telling you, this is for, how old are you?
I'm 46.
Yeah, this is literally the TikTok algorithm. I think at some point identified you as a 46-year-old man.
But you can tell that because it's a dog that wants to.
It's a mix of horny and dog. Are you a fan of dogs? Oh yeah, dogs are great. I love dogs. Cool. You a fan of tits? Yeah, I love titties. Yeah, titties are awesome. Cool. Yeah, they got you. I mean, sorry, the algorithm knows. I don't know what else to tell you here, Jordan Klepper, but it knows the two things that you're into. I know. It didn't even need a really sophisticated system. To be honest, I could have probably assumed that from most conversations with guys. Hey man, hey, what's up? Yeah. So you like sports? Yeah, sports are cool. Cool. Like tits? Yeah, tits are cool. Yeah. Dogs? Yeah, dogs are pretty cool. Yeah, I know, right? Well, anyways, here's your algorithm. I sorted it out. I calibrated it for you. Yeah, no, it took a lot of time and money.
Wait, this is like even the first dog one.
It knows why. It found me that.
Now you understand how people find themselves captivated by right-wing politics.
Oh my God, yeah. I was like,
a lot of people are like emotionally and mentally stunted adults.
Yes.
Running around, and that's why they think Andrew Tate's awesome.
Depressed Progressive says, my best nurse I had when I was in the hospital was a man, great bedside manner, and super awesome. Men, go become nurses. Go become nurses. If you honestly want to be alpha studs who are fucking breaking free from the matrix and are making tons of money and are desired highly as, sexual objects by women, go become nurses. Swole nurses too, all right? You can't stop on the swolling. You still have to swole, but go become an army of swole nurses. Holy fuck, you will clean up, my dudes.
I think we're arriving at how that happened.
In the end, young people just want influencers who connect with them, politicians who address their concerns, and social media.
I'm
that
becoming a
doesn't
nurse?
break
Hell
their
yeah.
brains.
Sexy as fuck.
Keep scrolling through to see if there's any more dogs I want to
Yeah.
pet. Dogs I want to pet.
Yeah.
Thank you, Hasan Piker. And for more about the rise of young Trump fans, check out my new special, MAGA, The Next Generation, airing next Monday, May 19th, right after The Daily Show, right here on Comedy Central.
Hell yeah. Good job. We have more exposure. We actually got double Hasan today. I saw that he was also on Pod Save America, of which I'm much less excited to watch because it's long. All right, I wanted to see The Daily Show. I've been watching The Daily Shows for so long. I didn't think there would be a crossover like that. The last time I saw a big moment like this occur was when Pod Save America went on The Daily Show. And even at that time, I really hated Pod Save America. And I was just like, but they just seem like such deeply entrenched liberals. But then all the Pod Save America fans would always like fucking flood my replies and be like, you don't know, bro. You don't even watch the show. If you watch it, you'd see that they call out Democrats just as much as they call out Republicans. And I was like, oh, okay. My apologies. You're right. I'm not the primary target. I do not listen to Pod Save America. Maybe I got them wrong. And maybe the algorithm is just feeding me a consistent stream of lefties being mad at Pod Save America bullshit. So I just see these terrible clips, but in their totality, yeah, maybe they're better. So maybe I will do you a solid. I'll listen to some Pod Save America. I will never get those hours back. Ever. You stole them from me. You owe me life. Yes, literal life. You took life from me. I can't get that life back, all right? I was completely bamboozled. I was fooled. It turns out that they are, in fact, pretty shit. My initial instincts were correct. I shouldn't have doubted them.
Don't let this happen to you. Go to serfscoffee.com to order the only end-to-end owned indigenous coffee company that delivers blood-free, conflict-free, and cruelty-free beans right to your door. 0% of people who drink serfscoffee.com have exploded spontaneously. By ordering right now, you get 10% off plus free shipping, and it's the best way to enjoy delicious coffee while not exploding. That's serfscoffee.com, serfscoffee.com.
Hey, if you'd like to unlock secret bonus episodes as well as uncensored content, go to patreon.com/theserfs. This show is produced by Anna Loves Riley, Arian McCarthy, Cheryl Alvarez, Comrade Junkie, Doug Caddy, Everything Important, Hagbard Celine, Jimmy Sombrero, Multimondi, Omni, Political Puppy, Preston Kroll, Quiet 185, Riley and Anna, Roller Dragon, Cernicus, Stellar Gwyn, Sebastian Demel, Travis McClinton, Trincel, Words Greenwood, with additional support coming from all of these amazing human beings right here.